Back on the road, now with a full tank of gas and a couple gummy worms in my belly. Next mission, try to make it the 105 kilometers to my destination before dark. Had to stop, of course. As a photographer, it was torture. So many beautiful sights and beautiful light. I'm really shocked I only stopped once. Next time. But again, I'd be racing the light. As you can see, or can't, I didn't make it before dark. But at least I did make it. Time to get a good rest because tomorrow it's time to get to work. So why am I headed to Kelowna? To photograph a music festival called Rock the Lake. Luckily for me, the first day of the festival didn't start until the evening, so I didn't have to rush out in the morning. I think this might be the second time I've ever been to Kelowna, and oh boy, am I going to be missing the temperatures of the coast, because it's going to be a scorcher of a weekend. This girl ain't used to the mid-30s. Not a bad view to start the day. What I'm pointing to is people in their inner tubes and blow-up mattresses lazily floating down the river. It's a big thing in these parts. Lake Okanagan. Unfortunately, no Ogopogo sightings this time. For those of you that don't know, the Ogopogo is our Nessie. And fun fact, in high school, I was actually voted most likely to take a picture of the Ogopogo. I still got some time. Tonight is going to be 3 acts. J.J. Wild, I Mother Earth, and closing out the night, Matthew Good. Of the 3, I've only seen/photographed J.J. Wild, and I'm glad to have her on the other side of my lens again. Just stopping briefly here in West Kelowna to get a little snack. I'm not super far from Kelowna, but yeah, you can see my bike's a little lighter. I dropped off my camping stuff. But yeah, so hopefully the traffic's not too bad. I hear it can get quite bad, so I'm gonna hurry up here. This is a little low pro bag I had lying around. Fits actually perfectly back there onto that. Unfortunately, that bag doesn't, but yeah, works great. I hit rush hour traffic and it was brutal. I didn't film any of it, and I totally stayed in the stop traffic the entire time. Totally. I don't know, thought I'd stop. I literally lost my sunglasses, put them down, and well, I don't know what happened. Or they fell, I don't know. Anyways, I'm just walking back from the show of the first day of the concert. It wasn't long, it was just 3 acts, but I'm pretty beat after, I don't know, the ride and the heat and stuff. Do not do heat well. So, yeah. Though my spirits are lifted a little bit. I just, a drunk girl just asked me what my favorite color was, and then, I don't know, when I'll, existential and, I don't know, lifted my spirits a little bit. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, next thing you'll probably see is some pictures. But I've got a camping chair I have to figure out how to fix to my bike, as you can see. Before Kelowna, I wasn't the biggest fan of loud pipes, but to each their own. Now, I absolutely hate them. Holy crap, is it utterly ridiculous the amount of loud pipe rows in this town. There's so many bikers there, which should be a thing to be proud of. But honestly, the loud pipes made me a little embarrassed to be walking down the streets with my gear on. I mean, there's a point where I'll maybe give you the safety aspect, but there is a point where you're just being an obnoxious jerk. Sorry, rant over. Day 2 of Rock the Lake has a 4-band lineup. Locals, Crush XO, Deer Rouge, who I'll be shooting for the 2nd time in 2025, 3rd time overall, and who I'm really looking forward to because they are killer live. Also on the other side of my lens for the 3rd time, who also put on a great show, Down with Webster. And closing out the night, a band that I've never photographed or seen, much to the dismay of my preteen self. That band, Simple Plan. For the final day of photographs, you'll have to wait until the end to see them, and there's a reason for that. There was 4 bands, but I had some stuff to deal with, you'll hear about that later, that made me late for the opener. The ones I was actually there for the first time seeing or photographing, the Crash Test Dummies. For the 3rd time, though, I got my first concert gigs with a portfolio that included a picture taken with a smuggled-in point-and-shoot Sam Roberts band. So, is that 4 times? And lastly, for the 2nd time, with the first coming eons ago, the one and only The Sheepdogs. It's Thursday. The last time you saw me was the last time I had those set of keys. Lost my keys. Really actually wish I had my earplugs right now, even though I did get some pairs, but not the Moto ones. This is Hope Slide Rest Area, I think it's called. It's a huge rock slide. So yeah, I lost my keys. It's Thursday. Unfortunately, you missed quite a bit, including my first true off-road experience, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just on my way home now, and it is super windy. It doesn't really look like it in these trees, but I'm getting tossed around like nobody's business. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little break here, and then yeah, so don't know when my next trip is gonna be, so gonna have to wait for that. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.